Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome newcomers. I hope you guys enjoy the channel, the tutorials, and become part of this journey with me, with us, one big family. If you have not subscribed yet, I ask you please to do so to help out the channel, and also give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important for us creators. My threads are Portugal brands. I am in Europe. These are 4-ply, similar to Aunt Lydia number 3, a little bit thinner. My colors go by number and not by name. Example, like this green, color number 23, color number 30, and color number 40. Now I get questioned a lot, or receive a lot of emails asking about my threads. I do ship it out. They're $12 a ball. They're 100 grams, equivalent to 325 yards. This is a minimum order of 6 in order to cover the shipping cost, because that's just horrendous how the shipping cost is out here. I make nothing out of it, gain nothing out of it. It's more for you guys to enjoy these beautiful colors, because a lot of you love the mixed colors, especially that I do get them out here, which I can't find any around now. But anyway, so, you know, like in the pinks or in the blues, or I'm trying to find other ones, into the brown and Tiffany blue. Anyway, there's all kinds. So if you want to order, you can always go through my email. It's below in the description box. I also like to mention I do have a Facebook crochet group, private group, because a lot of scammers out there with the cuts and bits links. You should not open those links no matter which group you're in. They're fraud. And you must have a profile pic in order to be a member in my crochet group, because we don't want scammers in. So I also do have a crochet page you can follow. You can always get a hold of me through there, or through Instagram or TikTok. All of the links are below in the description box. Very easy, just click and join. So, and for the most part I use 2.7 hooks, sometimes a 3, depending upon the project that I'm using. Of course, we always need a small one to tuck in loose ends, and a pair of scissors. Thank you so much, everybody, for your kind words and your suggestions, your opinions, and your requests. I try to fill everybody's requests as much as I can. If you do have questions and I'm delayed answering, it's because of my time zone is different. But I do answer to everybody. God bless all of you, and enjoy the tutorial. Okay, everyone. So I had lunch, these beautiful strawberries with the leaves yesterday. So I'm going to do a oval centerpiece for them. Now this oval centerpiece, I had done an oval centerpiece very similar to what I'm going to do today to use these strawberries. They're built with flowers, and I'm sure some of you will recognize it, but I'm going to change up the stitch a bit because we don't want the same thing, right? And I want something that will fit the strawberries, okay? So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. I only have the video for the right-hand people on these strawberries. For some reason, I clicked the wrong button and I deleted the left-handed. So unfortunately, I don't have the left-hand video. Sorry for that. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to be using a 2.7 hook. It's a 4-ply, similar to Aunt Lydia number 3. My thread is a little bit thinner, so your pieces become a little bit bigger than mine. Okay, let's get started, everyone. Thank you so much. Okay, everyone, so I'll be using the cream color to start off, since I have a lot left over, which is very light tan cream. Of course, I'll be using greens and reds. We'll see as we go. We want something to match the strawberries. So I'm going to do chain stitch, but at this point, I don't know how many yet. I'm going to see the length. My God, my hooks, everything is full of glue. I'm going to see the length I want this middle, and I'm going to use, actually, I don't even know where I put it, but a size hook bigger than my normal, because we don't want this line to pull. So you have to use a size bigger anytime you're doing a rectangular, straight line, whatever. You have to go with the hook size bigger. So I'm going to use a 3.0 hook. So it's a size bigger because this is a 2.7. And I'm not tightening it. I'm letting loose to go easy with it. Okay, so I'll let you know how many chain stitch I've done. Okay, everyone. So I've done 81 chain stitch. Now here's the thing. If you want to go smaller in that centerpiece of the pattern, you cut down by 16, or you can increase by 16. And at the end, either you want it smaller or you want it bigger. By 16 chain stitch, at the end you need to add 5 more. So I've done 76 plus 5 more. So I have 81 chain stitch. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to my normal hook. And I'm going to come in my 5th chain stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on my 5th. And I'm going to complete until the end my double crochets. We'll be working inside of the last double crochet, or the first also. Okay, so 1 per stitch all the way to the end. So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone. So I did a total of 77 double crochets. Now, on my last one here, I'm going to add 5 more. So that means I should have 6 on this oval. This is part of the oval. Now, you can put your markers on that 75 here, because, or 76, right? Yeah, 76, because we're going to have the 6 inside of here. Now we'll be doing the same thing to the very last one on the other side of the oval. So I have 2, 4, 5, and 1 more. So on my 77, I already added 5 inside, so 2, 4, 6. And then coming on that first double crochet of the side with double crochet, trying to hide this little thread as I go. So 1 per stitch until the end, and then at the end at the other oval, we'll be adding 5 more double crochets on that very last one. So I'm going to grab my markers, and I'm going to put my marker not on the 6 on the oval, but the very first one on this side, from the side, and then the very last one on this side, and then the other 2 markers on the other side when we get to it, right? So 1 double crochet per stitch. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone. So I've done 75 double crochets, counting from the marker, and on my last one here, I'm going to come in that very last one, and I'm going to add 5 more double crochets. My lighting is bugging today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. With this last one here, will be my 6th double crochet. So I should have 75 in one side and 75 on the other side of the sides of the oval. I'll make sure I don't make a mistake here. 2, 4, 6. So I've closed in with slip stitch. I'm going to come into that very first one of the side, stretching my thread single, stretch again a bit, and one chain. Doing one per stitch again, all the way to the oval. So I'll meet you at the oval. So I'm going to do my 75 double crochets. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the oval. And now I'm going to do an increase of 2 double crochets on the same stitch 6 times. So that means we had 6 double crochets on the oval. Now we're going to have 12. On both sides will be the same thing, and then on the side, 1 per stitch. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And on my last one, 2 in the same stitch. So now I have 12. And then 1 per stitch on the sides again. So basically all we're doing now is just increases on the oval. The sides stay the same until we're ready to change the stitch. Okay. Okay, everyone. So reach the end. Closed in with slip stitch. I'm going to do 1 chain. I'm coming back in the same stitch, stretching my thread a bit, single 1 chain. So my first double crochet. Going into the next one. So our increases are only at the oval. We're doing 1 per stitch all the way until the oval, the marker. Okay, if you want to move your markers up, go ahead. So I'll meet you at the marker. So I've reached my marker, did my double crochet, and we are at the oval where we have the 2 double crochets. So on my first one, I did a double crochet. On my second, we're doing an increase. So we'll have 6 increases at the oval. On the next one, 1 double crochet. We have 2 together. On the second one, we're doing the second increase. So 2 on the same stitch. Next one, 1 double crochet on that increase, 2 together. Next one, on the first one, double crochet, on the second one, 2 together. And we'll repeat the same thing on the other side. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. You are to have 6 increases. Right, it looked dark here. It's so bright out there, but yet this room, for some reason, it's always very dark. Okay, so 1, and on my last one, 2 together. So we are at the first increase here. So on the first one, 1 double crochet, 2 together, 1 double crochet, 2 together, 1 double crochet, 2 together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and my last one, 6. Repeat the same thing on this side, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone. So I've started my row. course, the sides are always the same. I did one chain, single, and one chain again for my double crochet. Now we are, if I look properly, this is the middle, right? We are in 1, 2, 3, starting row 3. So we're going to count from where, so there is no mistake. We have row 3 already. 1, 2, 3, going into row 4. Okay, I should have mentioned that way. Row 4. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we count from here 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have, not 4, sorry. We have 3 rows, 6 double crochet, and then the 2 together, and then the increase. So we're going to have a total of 7 rows. That means we're going to keep doing what we've done here on this row. So we're going to do on that first double crochet, I'm just going to move this up so you guys don't get confused. So the sides are always the same. I've done on that first double crochet from the oval. I'm going to repeat again another double crochet. We're always going to do an increase on that second increase. So I have 2 double crochets alone already at the oval. And where I have the increase, I'm doing 2 double crochets. So until my 7th row, we have 1, 2, 3 going on the 4th row here. And I'm counting from the 6th double crochet on the oval. So 1, 2, 3 on the 4th. I'm going to have a total of 7. So again, 1 per stitch. That means 2 alone. And on my second increase. And that's how we're going to do the next rows until we have 7 rows total. So that means 3 more rows after this. And you have to repeat the same thing on both sides of the oval. Just increase on your second increase of the double crochet. So next row you should have 3 alone, and then your increase 2 together. Okay, because now it's just a repeat. There's no point of keep repeating the same thing. So do 3 more rows and your increase on that second double crochet of the increase. So that means when you go into the next row, you're going to have 3 double crochets alone. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3, and then your increase on the second one. And then the next row, you're going to have 4 double crochets alone, and then your increase. Okay, I'll meet you at the end of my row 7. So I'm counting from the 6 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, row 4. Okay, everyone. So pretty much did my 7 rows, counting from the 6 double crochets we did at the oval. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On the 7 row, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets alone, 2 together. Now on this row 8, we're going to do single crochet. So coming back in, I did 1 chain and single into the next one. Single, 1 per stitch, and where we have our increase at the oval, on the second increase, we'll do 2 on the same stitch. So as soon as we hit our oval, on that second double crochet of the increase, 2 singles, then 1 per stitch, and then 2 singles. That's all there is to it. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row. I'm cutting my thread after this. Okay, everyone, so pretty much did all my singles, and where we have the second increase, I added 2 on the same stitch, only at the oval. So I'm coming in with this deep red. I'm going to do the slip stitch knot. I'm going to come where my marker is with single. My first single, I'm going to do a total of 11 singles. And that's going to be only on both sides that we're going to do these strawberry sort of like flower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to do a 7 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chain. I'm going to come back on my third, 1, 2, and 3, and do a total with that chain, 4 double crochets total. That means I've turned with the chain. I'm going to do 3 more double crochets. So I have 4 included with that chain. On the next one, until the last one, we're only doing 3 double crochets on each stitch. So until the very last chain. And we have one more chain here. It pulls, right? So it stays hidden. You have to make sure that you go in there also. So it's pretty much going to turn to be like that. Okay. Now we're going to do 7 chains again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chain again. Come back on the third one and do 3 double crochets. With that turn, it's like as if you have 4. And then 3 per stitch. Not per stitch, 3 inside, yes, of each stitch. Sometimes I confuse my own self, right? 1 on the same stitch, 2, and 3 into the next one. 1, 2, and 3 into the last one. So now we have 2 of them. Of course, we'll fix it once we are pretty much done with it. So now we're going to come on that same chain and slip stitch. I'm going to skip a stitch and I'm coming into the next one with single. We're going to repeat the 11 singles. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I know it looks funny, right? But once we turn them, probably gonna add at the end a little bit of glue just to hold everything together so it can stay nicely put like that. And then continue again with the 7 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On the third, so 1, 2, 3. So we're just repeating what we did. Create those 3 double crochets. And then 3 on the next stitch until the last one. Then you're going to repeat the 7 chains and repeat exactly what we've done on here. So I'm going to continue mine until the marker. It will most definitely going to be like singles. So I'll meet you there and tell you how many strawberries I have. Okay, you guys, I forgot that when you're doing that first strawberry, you have to come down and do a single or a slip stitch. It's up to you. It doesn't matter. I didn't do it on this one, but I'll continue to do on this one now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chain. 1, 2 on my third one. It's been such a long time since I've done these strawberries, which I do have a doily with them, but I couldn't even remember anymore. To do the single once you've completed the 3 double crochets per stitch. But anyway, it's not a biggie. Doesn't change anything. Like I said, I am probably going to glue it all together so they can be nice and rolled up. And don't forget, when you get to this last one, you do the 3 double crochets. You must do a slip stitch on it. So I've done the 3. I'm going to come back in, slip stitch, and then skip a stitch, go into the next one, and count your 11 singles. Okay, everyone. So I have 6 of them done, but when I come around, I'm not doing on the oval, but when I come around, I'll be doing my 7th where this marker is. And this last one here, the 6th one, is created 1, 2, 3 before. So it's on the 4th, okay, before my marker. We have 3 singles where I have the last one. So I have to do the same thing to this side. The rest of them is just 1 single per stitch on the oval. So we should have, by the time I finish, 7 of them on each side. Okay, so 1 single per stitch. And then I'll meet you here at the marker. Okay, everyone. So I'm at the marker. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to do my 7 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then come on that third as we've been doing. And then from here on, we're going to count the 11. So I'll meet you at the mark point on this side also. Oh, what am I doing? I'm doing 1 per stitch, sorry. I'm telling you, sometimes I have those days where I'm not concentrating. So I have 2 on that same stitch. 3 and 4. Don't forget, it's always 4 on the first one because of the chain that we turned. So on the next one, 3 on the same stitch. Okay, all the way to the last one, then do a single or a slip stitch, it's up to you, and then chain 7 again. Okay, everyone, so I have my 7 groups now. I'm going to call them groups, right? Because they're not fixed yet, poor things. And doing my 7th, the last one falls right on top of the marker here. So when I get to the next marker, I'm completing my 7th one on this side, right on top of the marker also. Okay? So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so remembering that we started with that single. Now, to create the 7th one, I went right into that single with a slip stitch and created my 7 chains and did my strawberries. So now I'm on my 2nd one. I'm just going to close it in, and I'm going to come on that first single we have. Then I'm cutting my thread, tuck in my loose ends. So obviously on this one, we didn't skip any, right? Because we started to work right on top of it, just so we can measure it up on the same direction. So tuck in your loose ends. It makes no difference on the pattern. Okay, everyone, so pretty much completed. I know it's not rolled up yet, but it will be eventually. Coming back in with the tan color. Now we'll be doing double crochets. So I'm going to do a double crochet on this last one here just before. So 1 double crochet per stitch. Could have done this a little bit longer. I don't know why I do that. So you can do your slip stitch knot or however you used to doing your double crochets, your 3 chain, or so double crochet coming into the next one. So I'm doing 1 per stitch. I'm coming into this one. Now normally we had skipped that the 1 double crochet, correct? But because on this one we did not skip, I'm just coming right through where we started that single and doing a double crochet through there. Okay. And then again 1 per stitch all the way around. Now when we get to the increases, we're going to do the increase also. Okay. So double crochet 1 per stitch. Where we skipped that 1 double crochet, we're going to come in and do a double crochet. And then 1 per stitch again. have the camera in my face. It's kind of hard for me to see. So we'll do the increase once we get to the increase. Okay, everyone, so pretty much completed my row. Remember, we had the increases down here, right? So I pretty much did an increase on that second double crochet increase. That means 7 double crochets alone on your 8th increase. We have to do that 6 times. Okay. I'm going to pull my thread and put it aside. I'm not cutting. I'm going to grab the green because it's easier for us to do this at this point with the green. We're going to slip stitch where the red is. So do your slip stitch knot, give it a little bit of string if we need to tie it at the end, and then come from behind. So where we have the singles on that red, we pull through. And all we're going to do is slip stitch through each one all the way around. And don't tighten it too much. Make sure that you let it go loose enough. We don't want it baggy, but we don't want to pull on the pattern, so we don't want to over tighten it either. Okay. And it's easier for us to control because we don't have more rows up top at this point for us to be able to have control of slip stitching through it. So we're going to go in here where we did that double crochet and just slip stitch your way through them. All the way around this way. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so pretty much completed. I'm going to come in into the next one, single one chain, and I'm going to do double crochet over double crochet, 1 per stitch, and at the oval we're doing our increase where we have our increase. Okay, so basically this is right on top of the marker. So I'll meet you at the mark point again. Okay, so I've done 1 per stitch. Now I'm entering the oval, and you must do increase on those increases. Okay, so on that second increase is where we are doing our increase. So that's our first increase. We have 6 to do. So again, this is 8, and on your 9th is your increase. That's where it falls on top of that second double crochet. Same thing on the other side. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, reach the end. I'm going to come back in that same stitch, stretch it, single, one chain. So we're going to repeat again double crochets, and where we have the increase, we're going to continue to do the increase on that second double crochet. So basically where we have the increase on here, the second one, we'll do 2 together. Okay, that's all there is to this row. There's no point of keep recording the same thing. So 1 per stitch here on the sides, and then on the increase 2 together, we have 6 increases. So that means you should land now on your 10 double crochet for the increase. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so we finished that row. This next row is going to be just singles all the way around. And where we have the increase, we'll do the increase. So I've closed in with slip stitch. I'm going to do 1 chain. I'm going to come back in, single, 1 chain, and stretch that a bit. Oops. I don't know what I was thinking. I was going to do double crochet again. Okay, so single. So 1 single per stitch, and where you have your increase, do 2 on the same stitch. So that should be on the 11th double crochet. So 1 single per stitch. Oh my God, my space is just so small. It's just so hard to... Probably need to advance this camera just a little bit more. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Make sure you put 2 on that second increase. I also find it easier to slip stitch when you turn those strawberries up and then just go through where that double crochet we did and then into that first one. So it goes easier this way to slip stitch by pushing them up. I did the first one over, and then, you know, as you go, you discover whatever way is easier to be done. It almost looks like a Christmas doily, doesn't it? Could have been perfect for that too. Okay, everyone, so I've closed in with slip stitch, 1 chain, come back in, single, single, and single. 6 chain, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry about the noise. Construction is back on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on my 6th. Single, single, and single. 6 chain again. We're going to do this until the marker, till my mark point, and then I'll come back to you on it, okay? Because this is right at the marker. Okay, everyone. So I've given myself a head start. So we start at the marker with 3 singles, 6 chains, skip 5 space, go into the 6th, and then 3 chain. So from marker, and it lands right on marker, I have 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That means I have 74 double crochet on this side, and I have 74 double crochet on this side. So here, after the marker, we're going to still do the 6 chain, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to skip the 5 space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the 6th. The only difference is we're doing 2 singles on the same stitch and 1 on the next one, because this is the oval. We don't want it to pull. And then continue 6 chain again. Skip your 5 space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the 6th with single, another single on the same one, and then into the next one. So marker to marker, you should have 10 loops, and both sides you should have 9 loops. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everybody, so I finished my 10th loop chains of 6 on my into that marker. Okay, so I'm coming in now with the green. You can start your double crochets however you feel like. I'm going to come in into those 6 chains, and I'm going to create double crochet. You can do with your 3 chain going up as you're used to. So I'm going to have a total of 9 double crochets. We're almost there. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 double crochets. I'm going to come in that second single, single, and then come in again with your 9 double crochets. We're going to repeat this all the way around. Then I'm cutting my thread, and I'm going to come in with the red so we can finalize the edging. So I have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Come in that second single with single, on the next one single, and 9 double crochets. So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so finished the green, came in with the red. Where I have the singles, I've done a single, and now I'm going to do, so I'm going to skip that first double crochet going into the second with double crochet, 1 chain into the next one, double crochet, 1 chain. So I'm not working on that first double crochet nor the last double crochet. So I should have 7 double crochets. And then coming directly in that single with single. Then again, skipping that first one, coming in the second, double crochet, 1 chain. So now it's just a repeat all the way around. And single in between the 2 singles. So this is what we're going to do all the way to the end. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so finished the red. I've done a slip stitch knot. You can start pretty much anywhere that you want. So I'm going to come on that first 1 chain space with a single, single, single. So basically we're just doing singles in all of that 1 chain space, but you can do, I'm going to try to see, let's see, maybe it'll look nicer this way. So I have 3 singles. I have to try different things to see what looks best. Don't forget, I'm just creating this as I go. So 3 singles. On the next one, I'm going to do single, 1, 2, 3 chain, coming behind that single, closing in picot, coming back in again, single, single, and single. I think it looks pretty good. Now I'm going to come down to where we have that single of the red, and I'm going to pull through doing a poof stitch 2 and 3 and closing it up all together, and then coming back in again, single, single, and single, into the next one, single, 1, 2, 3, behind that single with picot, and back in the same one. You must go back in the same one, or else we're not going to have enough singles here on this side. Coming in again below where that red single is, 1, stretch your thread, 2 and 3, close it all together, single. I think that looks pretty good. Single and single. Into the fourth one, 1, 2, 3, behind that single, picot, come back in, single, single, and single. Below on the red, stretching 1, 2, and 3, the poof stitch, and then come in that first space. So I like that. I'm going to keep that and continue. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Before you guys start gluing them on, make sure that you block your pattern before in order to be straight so you can put it in position properly. It's best when it's blocked. You can't block it afterwards and have it, glued on, because it's not going to be properly in position. Okay, so make sure you block your pattern before you start any type of gluing. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished all of my green, all the edging. Now I'm just going to glue the strawberries so they can be more firm. So you want to roll them up, put a bit of glue on it, doesn't take much, just so they can be nice and closed. And put a little bit in there. And you have to do to each one of them, obviously. And then you can also dab a bit of glue more or less where they're going to land, like that. So you will have to do that to each one of them just to get them straight. And then you come in with your strawberries. Try to pull this here. So you see best where it needs to land. Make sure you fix your little string there. And put a bit of glue just to get it secure, stretch your leaf. And then once you stretch it here, you don't want to over pull it. So you can dab, fix in the position that you want to. I'm just going to put a bit of glue there just to secure that. And then you do the same thing with the other one on the other side. So I'm going to continue mine, and then I'll have the pictures at the end and the little video with it on my small table so you guys can see what it looks like. I think it came out perfect considering that I just created out of the blue. So I hope you like my newest design creation. Let me know what you think. You can do it in white. You can do it in browns or oranges. Whoops, and there goes my light. Whatever colors that you want to use for your summer decor. Okay, so God bless you. Thank you so much, everybody. And until next time, bye-bye.